Hello, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless collective reading. Whenever this reading finds you, it's the right time. Keep in mind, it is a general reading, so see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation. Hopefully bring clarity to whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, change your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light. In the end, always trust yourself. The divine inner guidance, it's in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound, based in love and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the Twin Flame Oracle today. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ Consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. Clarity for the collective. What is the opening message to be helpful to know about? Please and thank you. Opening message is blessings. That's a beautiful opening message. So blessings are coming in, feeling blessed in the energy of gratitude. This is also where you are being divinely guided and protected. I also feel like somebody else is protecting you. This is where you get the right kind of attention. It's the energy of love, and it's telling you that you are being guided right now. You're being guided around obstacles, towards the right partner or environments, towards the right opportunities. I feel like some of you are also receiving blessings in disguise. So maybe something that is ending, or something that maybe in the moment doesn't exactly feel like a blessing because it might bring some kind of change or transition or something different in your life where you have to either grow or adapt or be flexible. But I feel like that's going to be something you're going to get to look at, I hear, very soon, and see as a gift, a blessing, something that was meant to be. All right, so let's see. Let's get a little more clarity or a deeper message on what these blessings are. What else would be helpful for the collective to know, please and thank you. There's your divine timing. So something is happening in divine timing, divine energy. I'm even getting divine intervention for some of you. Like a redirection. Something is going to feel like it came just in the nick of time, just when it was supposed to. And sometimes this energy is a little bit annoying because it's not always on your time, when you wanted, when your ego is telling you something should happen. It's spiritual timing. It's happening when the energy is right, when the vibration is right, when the coast is clear. But that also makes me think of when the weather is, I just thought of a change in the weather or a change in the wind. But also when it's the right time to go. I am seeing that there was a shut door somewhere to get you to go a different direction, or to give you enough time to work on something. So in the meantime, while something is being worked out or developed for you behind a closed door, it's fully ready. I see somebody opening up the oven and like trying to take that cake out before it's ready. So I feel like there's a lock on that oven so something can bake and rise, maybe even elevate. Maybe it's even a spiritual elevation somebody is going through. So somebody is in the right vibration, and it's something is, just right, prepared, just perfect for you when it's ready, when somebody's ready, when that opportunity is ready, when that job is ready, whatever it is something that's going to feel like a blessing when it comes in. It's just having the patience right now while something is cooking. And it's having the energy of perseverance. Keep going. Don't get stuck in your own way. One step, at a time. One foot in front of the other. I'm even getting, if some of you had to do like 3 steps forward, 1 step back, 3 steps forward, 1 step back, you're still getting, you know, where you should be, just maybe at a different pace. Trust that the divine knows when. Trust that God is on your side, working in your favor, working something out for you that you are meant to have, that I'm getting that you are supposed to experience. So let's get one more from this deck. What is one more message? A little more clarity on blessings and divine timing. One more message, please, and thank you. Appreciate. Well, that's your gratitude. So you are going to appreciate everything you went through, how far you've grown, what you got to discover along that path. Appreciate exactly where you are, where you were, and where you get to go. Today, I am grateful. So you have divine timing here. So it's all about focusing on where you are now, today, in this step, at this moment. Maybe it's making plans today for later. I actually see for something later today, but maybe it's for next week. It's telling you that your divine counterpart appreciates you. And it's it's seeing blessings. For some of you, if you are on a twin flame journey, this is somebody who is really grateful to get to know you, or they are going to feel like you are the biggest blessing that ever fell by divine timing in their life. It's also where you practice appreciation. I feel like somebody is going to express to you really soon how much they appreciate your energy, maybe appreciate your support, appreciate your humor, appreciate your conversations, appreciate I'm getting even your flexibility with something, appreciate your reactions to something. I feel like somebody overall appreciates you. At the bottom, so the foundational energy is somebody coming out of their cocoon. Somebody was going through a transformation and an elevation, an evolution, a transfiguration, a growth spurt, a spiritual growth spurt, seeing something in a spiritual perspective, recognizing they're not supposed to crawl around on the earth in 3D land like the caterpillar in materialism and the mundane for their whole life. This is someone who is gaining a spiritual perspective and realizing that the universe and God is blessing them with the chance to fly with this energy of freedom, expansion, the elevation to see everything in 3D land that you go through the spiritual light. It's a breakthrough. Somebody is, maybe that's that, I did see sort of a divine intervention. Maybe somebody is having, you know, an epiphany, a breakthrough, the breaking out of that cocoon, the getting used to those wings. It's also somebody who is reinventing themselves. And I feel like for most of you, that's definitely you. I mean, this could be somebody else transforming, but it's you. It's a constant evolution. It's never you get the wings and you're done. It's like, now you got the wings. So what are you going to do first with them? What new horizons or territory or things are you going to get to discover because of them? It's creating changes, going with those changes. It's you're ready for the next level, that next chapter, that next cycle. And if you're that different from the last one, this cycle is going to be something to really look forward to. I feel like you should get excited literally right now today about what is coming in for you. But it's stepping in the energy of appreciation for the blessings you have right now. Let's go to the divine, the oracle of the wisdom. And let's just get a little picture of the energy, movement, flow, messages to be helpful for you guys on appreciate divine timing, blessings, and transformation. What is one more message, please, and thank you. Wow, yeah, there's your blessings. This is like the oasis, the land of milk and honey, the blessing and pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Milk and honey in this deck is a really beautiful energy. It's feeling nourished. It's sweetness. It's here delightful. Is that a delight? A Deee-Lite? Like 80s band? I just thought of them. I think they have the Groove is in the house. I think it's them. I'm gonna put it below for you guys in the playlist. I stared at this, so let's look at this too. You also have higher power at the bottom. This is number 51. It's feeling like you have everything you need. You already feel blessed, like you are already at this goal, at the end of the rainbow. When you're in that energy, you're always just attracting more blessings. You're expecting them because that's where your vibration is. It's very high vibration. I'm also getting that with this rainbow. I feel like you and someone else, maybe even a lot of people around you, are becoming more in alignment with your chakras, where you feel more in tune, more like your true self, a noticeable difference in your energy. I'm also getting with this that maybe some of you are switching your diet, eating healthier foods, maybe packing a lunch. I feel like you're adding more nourishment to you. Also with the elephant, I want to look at the elephant's like playing in this tub of milk and honey. So maybe it's about the energy of play, spontaneity, wide-eyed wonder, following your joy. Maybe it's even taking a bath, a spiritual cleanse. I'm also seeing if any of you had something where it was like the elephant in the room or something that swept under the rug, whether that's your situation or someone else. I feel like that's going to be addressed and healed, and changes are going to happen for the better because of that. I'm not sure if that's just a big conversation coming through or what that is. But I feel like if there was an elephant in the room and no one's addressing that elephant, I feel like it's much easier to be in reality land and say hello to the elephant. I'm also getting with the elephant emotional energy, a lot of intelligence. Maybe it's about emotional intelligence and creativity. I just think of the elephants that paint. So maybe some of you are painters, or you're doing something more creative. You're also tapping into your higher power here. It's like your third eye, your pineal gland is opening up, but it's also your crown chakra. You are receiving blessings, or you're receiving divine inspiration from spirit, from God. This is you tapping into your intuition and combining that energy of the ether with the real. They're both real there. So it's also getting like synchronicity. So paying attention to when your thoughts or conversations, whatever it is you were thinking about or just talking about, mirrors the outside world and appears like magic, like a miracle in your reality. Also, do pay attention to any patterns, like numbers, names, times, dates, stuff like that you see repeatedly. I'm even getting, for some of you, you would benefit by doing a journal, like a coinky-dink, amazing, synchronistic, miracles that happened to me today kind of journal. And I feel like you're going to recognize how you have a lot more amazing moments that happen in your everyday than you realize just saying, oh, that was weird, and then going about your day. I feel like when you actually see something down and see how many times you see that repeating number, you know, how many times something appeared right after you were just having a discussion with your friend about that weird thing, you know, or seeing something on a billboard. You're going to start to notice more. Also, when you open yourself up to that, you open yourself up to it happening more and more, and gaining more and more, you hear the horse, understanding on its personal connection with you. And that's number 4. It's also bringing something into the energy of stability. The 4 is a very grounding energy. It's like the 4 corners, the foundation, you know, the thing that you can build something solid on. So let's continue. Let's do the tarot. Actually, let's do a mindful message and then the tarot. Let's bounce around a little bit. Hold on, I'm going to pause you one sec. All right, continuing on with a mindful message. What is a mindful message? To bring more insight on transformation, blessings, divine timing, appreciate, milk and honey, and higher power. The milk and honey just makes me think of also a picnic. Maybe you're going on a date, but something kind of natural outside in nature. And I keep seeing like a desert and an oasis in a desert. So maybe some of you had like a long, dry way to go, and you're finally finding something really nourishing in your life. I'm also getting a little bit of travel and or experience that feels like paradise, like a really cool experience or moment you get to have. What is one mindful message to be helpful for the collective? Please and thank you. It looks like you are getting expansive. You're expanding your horizons. You're gaining more knowledge on something. Maybe some of you are even writing a book, or you read something really important online in a book, the right knowledge you need to expand. For some of you, I feel like it's that unlearning, which is harder than learning. You know, sometimes you gotta make room in the old brain files of the old stuff, you know, the old way of thinking or something you learned, to have room for the new info to come in. Every day I am learning new things and expanding into my highest potential. I feel like for some of you, you might be going back to school. Maybe you've received some divine inspiration to learn about something new. I feel like you have a natural knack for something or a natural gift. So that could be a talent. I am seeing that also a lot of you are very gifted on intuition, your intuitive gifts. And I feel like that is expanding. You have all this transformation and elevation energy, evolution, and you're ready for the next level. So I do see some of you as possibly being able to teach right now, but I feel like some of you have teaching, or you're just inspiring others like in your future. Memoirs. I feel like some of you might need to write your memoirs, or like write about some of your experiences. I feel like some of you have had, like, you feel like lifetimes, like many chapters, like which life you want to talk about this time. And if you have like pretty cool experiences in your life, I feel like they're going to be inspiring and very interesting to others, but it might not be on a, book form. It might be how you speak. So maybe some of you are just getting up there and talking about something. Let's go to the tarot. Let's see what's going on. Let's get some tarot energy insight on movement of energy. I was like, oh, I didn't know if I brought my tarot deck. I brought all these oracle cards. I do, though. I have the Star-Kissed tarot. So Let's see about the movement of energy to be helpful for you guys right now. What would be helpful to know on this expansion, gratitude, divine timing, blessings, transformation? This is a beautiful reading so far. So let's get some more insight and a little deeper information and insight to be helpful for the collective, please and thank you. Oh, I love this. You have the hermit. Ooh, that's a sassy hermit. Look at her. She's like bathing in the light coming from the window, coming from outside, even though she has put herself inside, in the cave, in the dark. She also is capable of turning on the light to see the writing on the wall or something that's dark that you can't see right there, but you have to take that light, that spotlight, you have to put some effort into turning something on, wanting to see what was maybe right in front of you all along, or getting to see something that was right in front of you all along. The hermit is also, whatever I saw before with being that wise teacher, that's the hermit. It's someone who teaches from all of their past experiences, all of the wisdom they gained through ups and downs and trials and tribulations and beautiful moments. All of those chapters make up a whole of this wisdom. The hermit is also that teacher that knows how to click that light out and leave somebody else in the dark. So if there was anyone who was completely reliant on that hermit's light, they teach them how to turn on their own. So if they're ever in the position where something is kind of dark around them, they know how to click on that illumination inside, tap into their spirit, into their soul, find the answer that is within and the connection within to the divine. The hermit sometimes is taking some time out, being alone, to process everything that's going on. Sometimes it is just a lot happening in your day, or a lot happening in a partnership and emotions that you're having, and it's just taking time to work it all out so that when you then leave, everything is organized in your mind and in your energy. I am also seeing that chakra alignment here. It's going on a soul search. Sometimes you have to go into those dark corners to clean something up, clear away the cobwebs, face different aspects of you, different facets of your personality, or even sometimes triggers that are there. And once you see it, you know how to grow from it or change it or do something a different way. But if it's just not looked at or not noticed, there can't be a change in that particular, I'm getting even like a trait or a way of thinking or just aspect, because it's all about growth. I do see the hermit as sometimes, it actually explains it how I see the hermit, as staying in that cave, having experiences, or never leaving the cave to have more experiences, to have that energy of expansion. So how wise are you going to be if your experiences are only this big? You need to, head to new horizons, have new partnerships, have new conversations, learn about new things, for more wisdom to always be evolving and coming in, letting that energy circulate and not get stagnant. And sometimes I see the hermit as taking so much isolation or time alone that they don't get out there and let others see how beautiful their light is, how talented they are, how cool their personality is. So the hermit has to learn to leave the cave and go back into that beautiful light. But it's all about balance. It's like day and night. There's time to be awake and have that energy of, doing something, and then there's time to sleep and rest and recover and regenerate and plug yourself back in. Let's get a little clarity on Major Arcana 9, the Hermit. That's also a Virgo energy. It's energy of self-reflection. Also, it's the energy of loving who you are and being confident and feeling awesome in your own company. Not always looking for everyone else to shine a light in your world, or looking for everyone else's maybe even approval to feel confident. I feel like the Hermit is comfortable being alone. I feel like the Hermit is the one that when they want to go out to a restaurant and all their friends are busy, they just go out to the restaurant. You want to see the restaurant, go out. They're so comfortable in their own skin that it's a confidence in who they are. And I feel like then when the Hermit has others in their life, it's not it's never searching for someone else to bring that happiness in, because anyone that gets to be with someone who's confident in their own skin gets to add to that energy. It's like, it's very independent, but it's very beautiful. Clarity on the Hermit. I kind of feel like that may have been the cocoon too. Maybe it was just a cocoon for the night. Like just a little rester brew. What is this? The Eight of Cups. All right, so this is where maybe somebody had to really do some soul searching to recognize what needs to leave his or her life. What someone, whoever this is, needs to walk away from now that they have these wings to fly. Now that they are no longer seeing something in that mundane perspective of the caterpillar. Now that there is that awareness and desire to transform, to grow, to expand. Because wherever that was, there's no growth. Wherever the Eight of Cups was, is that place where, I mean, it is a little hard because at one point, it's usually where someone put love, attention, energy, time into something. It could have been growing, but then what happens is it stops. It's no longer expanding past that little cup. It's no longer building anymore. It's no longer fulfilling. You know, it got to a certain point and then it got wobbly. Or it's where there was something, it's like the hole in the glass. You keep trying to fill it up and it keeps leaking out. Ooh, I don't know if that's really loud here. Let me pause you for one moment. Wait. Maybe that dog's howl was also a sign. I don't know. I feel like it was a call to change directions. This is where something feels stuck, stagnant, unfulfilled, and where there's no growth. And it takes balls, it takes gumption, it takes the willpower, and it takes, I hear stamina, but it does take courage to leave something behind and walk away. Because you're heading towards something different, something unusual, something new. But when you walk away from the Eight of Cups, you discover the Nine. You discover your wish come true. You discover and appreciate that maybe something had to stop to get you somewhere better, to bring you bigger blessings, to help in this new transformation. Because usually you discover something brand new about yourself when you do something different. It's also upside down, staying where something's leaky because you fear change, because you fear something being different, you know, not feeling comfortable. But you're going to discover, whoever this is, that you will feel so much more comfortable and so much better when you recognize how uncomfortable that place was. Because it's like the cycle that just goes around and around and around and around and around and around and around, but never gets anywhere. It's like running on the treadmill. I feel like I see a treadmill now. I feel like somebody wants to jump off the treadmill and head towards a new horizon. You know, go out in nature and actually see new territory. Maybe even be in a new partnership. Maybe even have a new job. I don't know why I keep seeing like a road trip. So maybe it is about seeing new places or going somewhere different. Let's get a little clarity on the Eight of Cups and the Hermit. What else would be helpful? I feel like if somebody was afraid of changing before, somebody is getting excited about it now. Or at least as soon as they leave the cave, open the door, even find an open window, take a step-by-step approach. I feel like somebody is going to get more and more excited and closer to this oasis energy. But you have to follow that inner higher guidance. What is another message to be helpful on the Hermit and the Eight of Cups? What is the situation? Oh, it's that somebody wasn't just stagnant. They were confused. They didn't know what to choose. And here, the wisdom of the Hermit is to make a choice, to get off the fence, to trust the direction that your higher self is calling you towards, to go in the direction of your heart, and then trust that your thoughts, your mind, your guidance, you know, your internal guidance system, your divine guidance system will direct you along the way. You know, the Seven of Cups is sometimes living in delusion, confusion, fantasy, or indecisiveness. Having all of these options in front of you, and which do you choose? They all look so good, or none of them look good. You know, it can be going to the store and you go for a purpose. You know, you go to get your spaghetti sauce or your apples. And you stand there and you're like, oh, well, those are on sale and I could get like 20. But that one looks really good, but that's really expensive. Like, you have to be able to be flexible and make a choice. If you choose the spaghetti sauce and you got 20 of them and you paid nothing for them, but then you don't like eating it at all, every bite you take is gross, are you going to go back and buy it because it's on sale again? Or maybe make a different choice next time, because even if you make a wrong choice, that allows you the blessing to delete an option. And maybe it's about buying the spaghetti sauce that was not on sale. Maybe it was super expensive, but maybe it's amazing. It's amaze balls. And every single bite that you take, you savor. And maybe next time you go to the store, that spaghetti sauce is on sale, and then you buy 20. Or maybe it's switching it up, and one day you want something spicy. You have to reach out, trust how you emotionally feel about each decision, and go with the one that feels best first. And if then it doesn't feel right, you go a different direction. But if you're just not going in any direction, you stay in that stagnant energy, and you never get to have an experience that you might really savor. Grandiose, it's interesting. This is a different take on it. It's saying grandiose temptations, like a really big tempting situation. But is it inspiring? Is it tempting you because it's maybe divine inspiration tempting you towards something that feels different than what you always were used to? Or is it something that, you know, you take that temptation, you try it, and you're like, that didn't feel right. Then you don't repeat it. Now you have learned to use the wisdom of this Hermit, and you do it differently in the next chapter. Upside down, it is grounded reality. It's seeing the truth, getting out of scenario land, and you usually see that by turning on that light, addressing the elephant in the room, turning the light on inside of you on how you really feel, instead of pushing it into the dark corners. Let's get one more. What is the bridge of the Hermit, the 7, and the 8 of Cups? I do feel like that is this. I said something before as doing like a couple steps forward and a step back. I kind of feel like it's that. Like you got to the 8 and maybe somebody's backtracking a little, making sure they're making the right choice. But I feel like eventually someone's going to really start to snowball in the right direction once you know the choice is right. Clarity on the Hermit, 8, and the 7 of Cups, please and thank you. What is the bridge to all of these? And it is the World. Wow, this is really a pretty card. This is completion, triumph, victory. You connecting to the world, maybe traveling the world, meeting somebody in the world, connecting to the world, or changing your world. Your world feeling like a completely different world than that last chapter. This is where you have not just a weird, uncomfortable, not know how to go into new territory and make changes kind of ending. It's feeling like it was supposed to end. It feels like a blessing. This is the big curtain call. This is where it feels like it was supposed to be, because you get to dive into that new chapter with the Fool. You get to do something with that wide-eyed wonder and what if and what could be and what do you get to do now that your whole world is changing. It's opening up to infinite possibilities. It looks like you are in this new world or entering it or meeting somebody who is with you, flexible with you, strong as you, comfortable. And that looks really intimate. I don't know what that's called when you do like yoga together. If you know what that's called, can you put that in the comments? Maybe you do like couples yoga, or you do something as a couple. But the 21, the World, is a beautiful ending. Even to this reading, it's beautiful. It's knowing that something is complete and you're ready for new. Leaving all those old chapters, old baggage behind, and transforming into the new you. Feeling like you are entering and going in the direction and becoming what you were supposed to be. Entering towards the energy of destiny. But get ready for a leap of faith, because it's coming. Here, it is not allowing an ending and wanting that beginning. What does it say? It actually says hollow completion. Where you complete something, and it's like that glass that just keeps leaking. It doesn't ever feel like you're complete because you're not involving your spirit or involving the wholeness of who you are, who you're supposed to become. It's like heading towards that one facet of you and not the whole thing. Or reaching towards something that feels, like a desire, but it's an illusion. So you never quite grasp onto it. And sometimes that grasp is because your ego wants something. And it's different than what your higher self is telling you to do or providing you with or nudging you towards. So let's do one more, but we're going to go a different direction for the end and do one animal card for you guys. What is one spirit animal to sum this beautiful reading up? This reading was really beautiful. I really liked the energy today that came through. Also, the World is very much an earthy energy. I mean, it's the world, it's earth. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. How to bring that spiritual light, that beautiful halo. It's even like a fiery halo down to reality, grounded into earth. I do feel like there is something that you are grounding. which means it feels like it's something you get to experience in reality instead of, just looking at something from afar. I feel like that butterfly is choosing to land, like seeing something from that elevated perspective and then deciding to come down to the earth and make it real, to see what it's like, see what it's all about down there. What is one spirit animal to help the collective? Please and thank you. Wow. You have transformation again. This frog, this is a totally different deck. And this frog has come through before, so I definitely feel like this is a spirit animal that a lot of you connect to. A frog moves from water to earth, tapping into different elements. Literally moving from the tadpole to the frog, becoming a different being, evolving. It's also the energy of prosperity. I'm also getting a little frog prince energy with this. So maybe some of you have, something that kind of looked different from the outside and is a lot deeper on the inside. Not judging a book by its cover. It's prosperity. I think I have a hair there. Is it? Where is it? Yeah. It's prosperity coming in, which means you're following your guidance to bring you towards abundance, because God wants you to be abundant. God wants you to have blessings. It's appreciating all of those chapters. It's trusting in divine timing, but also being a part of your own movement, your own growth, your own changes. It's letting go of the past. Where's your world? Where's your world? Where'd it go? Letting go of the past and embracing change instead of fearing it. Opportunities are close at hand. Something is right here. It's coming in. It's right under your nose. It's right around the corner. It's clarity that was right there all along once the light was turned on. And it's hopping. Oh, that's your hop. That's your leap of faith. Since you're leaving the world, you're hopping into that portal and you're starting a new chapter with new enthusiasm, with a new energy of life. It's hopping into this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune await you. Something is waiting for you. You just have to put the right energy into yourself to make the right move with the right energy to meet something halfway. End up at that perfect crossroad. Pay attention to each hop you get to take along the way, because it's about the journey, not the destination. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope this reading was helpful for you. I hope you found some insight and wisdom. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.